A little sunny behind me there, isn't it? Finishing up a project here I've been working on. Finishing this project up. Septic tank. It was it's old. And we didn't know it was like this when we bought the place. But the old drain field has been collapsed at the tank, and the owner before us put in a drain field that ran that way, and they just knocked a hole in the brick in the side of the tank right there. So I bricked it in the best I could and put some Quikrete on there and ran this 4-inch PVC down, angled it down. It should be lower, but because of where the existing hole is, it's just what I had to work with. And angled it down with an elbow and then angled it into the drain, into the new drain field that was put in here. Let me get down here somewhere where I can stand. There. Right there. That's the new drain field that the last owner put in it. So you can see I ran it down and into there, and I put these there like that, try to keep as much debris and shit as possible. Oops, keep mucking with the thing. I seen you, William. What's up? Just doing some maintenance the best I can with what I got. You know, the project I was working on seems to be working pretty good. It's directing most of the top layer of the flow, you know, so it collects solids and lets some liquid out. You know what I'm saying? If you know how that junk works. But so I'm pretty much done. I just kind of got to fill in, and I'm gonna bring this up just a little bit and then pour some gravel on there. See that broken stuff? Well, that good one, was it the good one? I think the good one was sticking out down there, and we chased it all the way up. My brother did most of the digging. I did the other stuff that required, you know, a brain, I guess you could say, for lack of a better term. Something like that. Fill it all in with gravel. I don't know that I just want to protect that elbow a little bit. That's what I'm trying to do. I mean, really, that's about all it really needs. You really don't need much more than that. I could. That's a good idea, though. I just thought of. Oh. What I'm going to do, take some of these curved pieces, and there we go. That's what we need. That gives it good protection, right? Just to give a little protection. And then I can just fill it in with gravel, let it do its thing. That's where the struggle comes in. These buckets of gravel way more than I should be lifting. So I'm gonna attempt to roll the one. This one I can just dump over. Hernias don't allow me to lift as much these days. Cinder block's about all I really feel comfortable with, truth be told. That thing's heavy. Just threw all that junk in there. Yeah, I can't afford all new stuff, my man. I wished I could. Need a whole new septic system, really. You know what I'm saying? But it's working better than it was. And I've got everything stacked. I stacked everything like this and did it like this. That way I know if I need to muck with it, I know right where to dig now. Everything is kind of protected. It's mostly moving bricks out of the way versus a bunch of dirt. You know what I'm saying? So it should be fairly easy access if I ever need to dig it up anytime in the future. But hopefully it works for like this for at least another 10 years. You know what I'm saying? If I can get 10 years out of that, I'll be happy. Shit's sticking to my shovel. Nothing worse than that muddy stuff that sticks to your shovel when you go to throw it. Oh, there's a brick. There's a piece of brick or rock. My back does not like a shovel. Never has. broke a little bit. And here's a big old pigweed root ball. Fucking pigweed. Gone now though. Dirt will settle on its own, but it expands by 30% when you dig it up. So it's always good to pack it back down a little bit. That might have been a fern root ball. I think that's what these are, ferns. They are a pain in the ass though, so they got to go. While I'm here, where's pigweed? I can't tell. I think it's fern. As cool as ferns look, when you're trying to do some yard maintenance, they are a pain in the butt. This isn't Fern Gully, you know what I'm saying? This isn't Fern Gully. Hopefully. Those ones are gone anyways. I need something to drink. Give me a drink, give me a drink. What up, Brendan? Give me a drink. Oh, you mean for like people with the last name Hardman? That'd be nice, right? One could only dream. Finishing up a project. Work my butt off. Goes to my septic tank. It wasn't draining properly. So I had to make some modifications to the modifications that were already there. The judge let bow out? Nice. Did you a good job. Not that it does anything, you know what I'm saying? But I don't do that stuff because I just don't want to give them any of my information. You know what I mean? Not because I'm worried about them figuring out who I am or whatever. It's they're going to figure out who I am. They're going to put the fucking work into it. I'm not going to give it to them. You know what I mean? And the stuff doesn't do anything anyways, in my opinion. Paper trail, blah, blah, blah. They do what they want anyways. That shit doesn't mean anything. They let them resign before they get fired, you know, so they don't, you know. I mean, it's just... There's nothing that can be done about it. Short of public... making public examples out of them, you know what I mean, on a regular. No, I get that, Brendan. I appreciate you guys like you do that, you know. I make calls once in a while. It's not like I publicize them or anything. But usually that's just the vent and call them mean names, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. I like to let them know that I think they're domestic terrorists. So, yeah, the mainstream news, you know, they only put out the interesting part, you know. They're going to hold him for longer to have him a psych evaluation, however they put it, you know what I mean? But that, you know, that's sensational stuff that people like on mainstream that they pay attention to, you know what I mean? So they present it in that kind of way. And what's bogus is these people, like if you watch the whole live stream, I watch 90% of it, I think. Like you said, you're trying to make being kidnapped by an angry cop because of his feelings normal. You know what I mean? You're trying to make abuse normal. So when I cry about being abused and kidnapped, I'm the odd one. You know what I mean? No, that's not how it is. That's not how it is. You know what I'm saying? That's what them pigs do, and that's not how, the reality of it. That just goes to show how easy it is to distort people's realities. I've done about all I'm going to do on this thing today. My brother's going to end up having to fill the rest in. I got fucked up back in my hernias. I shouldn't be shoveling this shit, but if I don't start it, he'll never finish it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of one of those things. I need to start it. Start the finish. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. I'm going to fill in a little bit more of this. I want to even that off and then put some more gravel on here, and then my brother can clean up the garbage, and then my brother can fill in the rest. I'll put the bricks away that I didn't need and junk like that I didn't use. I tried to recycle as much as I could as far as the bricks for the backfill, but most of them were pretty trash. They were like the red brick ones too, and you know those red brick ones, if they sit in moist dirt long enough or moisture long enough, because they're like, I guess they're like a clay or whatever, they do soak up moisture, then they become chalky and brittle, you know what I mean? The bricks that I replaced everything with for the most part is concrete, and then the concrete work that I did, I've never done concrete before, but I patched that hole on my own with some concrete bricks and a bag of Quikrete. So bought a trowel. Yeah, they fall apart picking them up. Yep. That's what do they call that? Would that be 19th, 18th, or 19th century technology, red bricks, technically? Right? But see a brick like this one over here. And you can see how the red stuff's like wash, you know, and left the little gravels behind. It's been wet for so long. It's been deteriorating. Still solid though, I guess. Took the fall. Good for that brick. Must be American made brick, nonetheless. You're in the hole. You're in the fucking hole. I pulled some stumps out of here that were growing around. This is either for our washer, I think. This is the gray water for our washing machine and stuff, I think. And there were some root balls growing around this. I got to come along, strapped it to the tree, strapped it to the root balls, pulled them out with that. I'd have used the truck, but I didn't want to like damage the pipe or nothing. Plus my 4-wheel drive ain't working, so I didn't want to leave no ruts in the ground. So I did it with the come along. I need to take that tree down. Part of it's already fell on the house. That needs to come down. I make some firewood out of it anyways. You can see the part that already fell on the house. It's nice out though. The lilac bush up front is just starting to get some buds on it for spring. Just starting to get buds on it. We still got snow on the side of the house here. This is the northern side of the house where the snow comes off because we got a metal roof. So that's mostly gone. There's a few big piles of snow floating around still though. Then it rained the last couple days, so this bucket's even heavier with the water that's in it. Get out of here. Get out of there. I don't know what you're rolling in. You get out of there. Get out of there. You don't need to be rolling in nothing over here. I'm watching you. You stay out of there. Go. 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 Now get your stink ass out of here. Get out of here. Go that way. No. You go that way. You go that way. keeping an eye on a toddler. Hey, no, you go that way. There ain't nothing you need over there. You go that way. There you go. Oh shit, you're too far. No. What I tell you. And now I get to clean up. Ronnie can fill in the hole, the rest of the hole. I'll clean up the mess. And we call that teamwork. That's how Mom's dream works. And I'm gonna cheat because I'm gonna back the truck up. Shut up. Close enough. These need to be washed out. Probably a little more than I should be doing. Gotta be taken care of. So throw that plastic away, you know what I mean? That's probably not a good view, huh? Better than it was a few days ago. That's for sure. I'll save those ones for the next project, you know what I mean? clear box. Bricks over there I didn't know about. Good enough. Come on, Ben. Leftover PVC from my project. I'll put that somewhere back here out of the way, hopefully. There's some boxes. There's some boxes out here in the garage in the corner that have a bunch of 12 packs and stuff of cans and bottles in there that maybe Ronnie put them in that and he forgot. You know what I mean? They just look like stuff sitting in the corner. I just noticed them. But they're in the back, they're in the one corner, and they're in boxes, and then it's 12 packs and stuff, you know, look like from Stonehouse and stuff, put in the boxes. Maybe that's what he's looking for?
I don't know. Oh, he starts a fucking like that.
Yeah, I don't know neither. My brother was whining about some bottles or something out here in the garage. And of course, you know, I live here in Mom didn't take them, so I'm the next best explanation of who took them. But it looks like they're in the garage here still. Brother shit, right? I don't know. There's $8 returnables because in Michigan you can get a dime for each one of them. I don't throw them out. I return them. Shit, that's money. You know what I mean? Money in the bank. Dime's a dime, and they're all top of the line. Especially ones with a cute face, little waist, and a big behind. Especially them dimes. What's up? Who's watching? Somebody say hi. My ranch and all its dirty glory and everything else. I got one of those garages. Kind of vaguely know where everything's at, you know what I mean? So when somebody comes and moves something, kind of just fucks everything up. Got one of those garages. I like looking in people's garages like that because you never know what you're going to find in a cool garage. You know what I'm saying? Always something good in a garage. I know I accomplished my task for the day. My main objective. My chore. Need to go put some air in the tires. I let a little bit of air out of my tires during the winter to get a little better traction. So I go from like 30 pounds to about 25 during the winter. And make sure there's 30 pounds in them. And I go do that. I don't have a working air compressor anymore. Mine quit working for some reason. And it was free, so I haven't put the effort into figuring out why. Gas station and tire place right across the street, so I always got air, so I have no incentive to really monkey with it. It's not really any more convenient to dig it out and use it than it is just to go across the street and do what I gotta do. Need to go through the front yard and pick up sticks. Start cleaning the front yard up a little bit. But that's for another time. This is the IRL channel, so this isn't like, you know what I mean? This is real life, my real life, Big Mike's real life, IRL, in real life, right? And you can either choose to engage and say what's up, or you can lurk or not stop or not hit a like button. I'm sure somebody's forgot to hit the like button. Got a fly in my cider. Ugh. Buckets. I'm gonna go hose out my buckets. Hose out the buckets, you know what I mean? This mess needs to be cleaned up too. Damn. I'd like to bring that tree down. That needs to come down. I wish I had a pole saw. I need to cut some crap out of here. Man, I need a pole saw. Buckets out. Hello. Give me that. Oh, fucking buckets. All my buckets are clean. My bad. Clean. the Ben, the grandma, or the mom, I should say, huh? So I used to call her grandma because my son, he used to live with us. So it was always grandma this and grandma that. Well, I'm done fucking around, so peace out. Thanks for hanging out.